You're going.
Okay, so I'm gonna bring everybody back a little bit. Back, everybody, focus back here.
Focus.
Focus, focus, focus. And then I know we've been sitting for a bit, but we're gonna take a break here shortly. I just wanted to say thank you to everybody for not only taking time to create those beautiful things, but also for sharing them. I think it's really interesting to see, like, maybe the very logical perspective, that there's sinks and everything, as well as, maybe a little bit more imagination. So I think it's really great to do that. I really like that activity. So good job, everybody. So next we're going to start talking about supporting children with special needs in the environment. And it's kind of twofold, because we're going to talk about children as well as supporting their families. We all know that families are so important when it comes to children, their parents, their caregivers, as well as that's especially important when it comes to children with special needs. Research has showed us that when it comes to children with special needs, that children learn best when they are in their natural environments. So, many years ago, it was thought that if a child is identified to have a special need, we should pull them out of the classroom for 1 hour a week, and we should put them in a room with a speech pathologist, and they are going to work one-on-one. And now research shows us that children learn best when they're in their natural environment. This slide talks about early intervention a lot, and if anyone's familiar with early interventions for young children that have been identified with physical or emotional delays, and what early intervention does is looks at children in their natural environment and provides those services to their children wherever they're most comfortable. So for example, a child might spend their entire day at the babysitter's house. So early intervention is going to come in and provide supportive services in that environment for them. I've actually worked as a respite care provider for early intervention in the past, so I have a lot of experience going into homes, and it completely changes things because you're going into a new environment, you're in the child's space. And I can say from experience, it's such an awesome thing to do, going into homes with families and spending time with children. So it's important to remember that children learn best in their natural environment. So there are some recommended practices from the Division of Early Childhood around children with special needs. Again, talking about those pull-out services that I was talking about and how they're only necessary when they're routine, activity-based options for those services. And that the people that are delivering those services communicate regularly, not only with the families, but also with the teaching staff. We talk about this a lot, but we want to be united. We want to be on a team when we're working with children so we're all on the same page, whether that's with the teacher, the parents, support services, financial help. We want to all be working together towards the same goal or set of goals. So is anyone familiar with the term membership in regards to inclusion? And I actually really like this slide because the takeaway that I take from here is that the true goal of inclusion is membership. Membership being a key feature and a true goal of inclusion. It encompasses such terms as belonging, acceptance, positive relationships with those other members of their classroom community. Even though your child might have a special need, we want to do everything that we can to make them feel that they are still a part of the class. They aren't little Johnny who is in a wheelchair so he can't come outside. He's going to just be one of the classmates that uses that modification of a ramp to get outside. But he still feels like he's part of the community. Quote unquote, just one of the kids. So what does membership look like? Membership looks like shared experiences for all children, a sense of community for all children, and opportunities support for interaction of all the children. So basically, we want to look at the children as a whole, instead of an individual child with special needs. So now what we're going to do, and we're going to do this a little bit quickly, is we are going to look at some vignettes, we call them. And we've done this in previous sessions, but we're going to look at individual scenarios of different children who may need some modifications or adaptations to meet their special needs. And before we do that, everyone do me a quick favor and just take a minute to look at handout 7.4a. So if you slide to the end of your PowerPoint, there's an index, and you can see what page number 7.4a is on. It actually starts on page 29. Excuse me, I'm picking up the wrong thing. So we're actually not going to look at those vignettes yet. I'm sorry. I'm jumping ahead a little bit. Yeah, so sorry, I can use it over there. But so what we're going to do is we're going to look at that handout, and I actually made some copies because some people prefer that they don't want to look at the computer as much. So I made some copies for you, and what we're going to look at is shared experiences for children with special needs, children feeling a sense of community, you know what that means, and support for interaction. And what we're going to do is I'm going to give everyone a chance to look over these handouts. And like I said, you can look at it on the handouts or you can look at it on your computer. And then what we're going to do, and you're welcome to do this as a table or by yourself, is you're going to brainstorm some additional strategies to meet these needs. You know, some additional strategies for promoting shared experiences. Were you able to find them? Oh, just computer. So everyone go ahead and take a look at either on your computer screen or on your handouts at these 3 categories, and then we'll come back to it. What we're going to do, like I said, is we're going to come up with some other strategies on top of the ones that are on this piece of paper. So go ahead and take a few minutes. Let me shut that off.